Hello students, today in this chapter, we will learn about the building forms. Let us first understand what are forms. In general, a form is a printed, digital or typed document with blank spaces for insertion of the required or requested information. Likewise, Access provides forms which prompts the user to provide information that can be fed into database. Forms allow you to add and update data in one record at a time in a table. Although Access provides a data sheet view which is a convenient way for entering data, but it is not an appropriate tool for every data entry scenario. Sometimes when you work with different users and do not want to expose them to the inner working of Access, you may choose to use Access forms. Creating forms for your database can make entering data much more convenient. When you create a form, you can design it in a way that works with your database and makes sense to you. Although a form can have a different name from a table, but they both manipulate the same information and data. If you change a record in a form, it will be reflected in the table. Forms in Access are like displayed cases in stores that make it easier to view or get the items that you want. Data can be inserted, updated and deleted in your database using a form object. Access provides three main views in which a form is displayed. Form view. This view is used to enter or edit data. Design view. This view is used to adjust the design of your form. It gives you a more detailed view of the structure of form like header, detail and footer sections for form. Layout view. This view is used to change the look and feel of a form. It is useful for setting the size of controls and changing their appearance. Students, let's know more. The form property sheet is also accessible by right-clicking anywhere on the form in the design view and selecting the properties from the menu. Okay, now let us learn how to create new form in Access using Form Wizard. The Form Wizard is an inbuilt feature in Microsoft Access which makes the form creation easy and fast. You can use the Form Wizard than the other provided tools to have more control over a form. To create a form through Form Wizard, follow the steps given below. Select the Students table from the navigation pane. Click on the Create tab on the ribbon. Click on the Form Wizard option in the Forms group. Step 1. The Form Wizard dialog box appears on the screen. Select the table or query on which form is to be created from the Tables or Queries drop-down box. Here we have selected the table Students. Step 2. Select the fields in the Available Fields category that serve as the data source for your form. Transfer all the fields or selected fields from the Available Fields box to Selected Fields box by clicking on the corresponding buttons respectively. Click on the Next button. Step 3. In the next window, Form Wizard will be asking you to choose a layout for your form. As you select any option from the provided 4 options, the preview of it appears in the box on the left side. Here we have selected the columnar layout. Click on the Next to move to the next screen. Step 4. In the next screen, give a desired name to your form. Make sure that Open the Form to View or Enter Information Radio button is selected. Click on the Finish button and the new form will appear in the Access workspace as shown here. Students, let's know more about Combo Box. It provides a more compact way to present a list of choices. It also gives the option to enter a value that is not in the list. It combines the features of text box and a list box. Alright, now let me tell you how to create a form using Form Design. You have learned how to create a form through the Form Wizard. Though it is an easy way to create a form, but it has its own limitations of having a fixed format. That is, All the fields appear in the preset order at a fixed position in the form. On the other hand, Form Design feature allows you to create a form as per your requirement. It provides greater control over the appearance and functioning of the final form. You can design a form as simple or complex as you desire. It is a faster method to create forms. To create a form through the Form Design feature, select the Form Design button in the Forms group on the Create tab. This will open a blank form in the design view as shown in the figure. To control how the form looks, works and interacts with the rest of the database, set the properties by clicking on the Property Sheet button in the Tools group on the Design tab. This will open the Property Sheet pane in the right side of the window. In the Property Sheet pane, click on the Data tab. It will display a grid of properties relating to your form's data. From the Record Source drop-down list, select the table that you want to include in your form. After selecting the table, click on the Add Existing Fields button in the Tools group on the Design tab. The Field List pane appears on the right side. The list of available fields of the selected table are displayed. Select the field from the Field List panel that you want to add to the form. Hold down the mouse and drag the selected field to form where you want to place it. A label of the field name and a text box for the field is displayed in the form area as shown in the figure. Students note that to resize the field labels and text boxes, firstly select the field label. The selection handles are displayed around the field label. Place the mouse pointer on any of the handle. The pointer changes into a double-headed arrow. Now drag it as per your requirement. You can move the field label and text boxes by placing the mouse pointer on the brown handle fixed on the top left corner of the boundary box. The pointer changes into four-headed arrow. Now drag it to the location where you want to place it. You can also add the control buttons into your form such as List Box and Combo Box. These boxes are used to display a list of fixed values. To add Combo Box or List Box into the form, follow the steps given below. Click either on the Combo Box or List Box in the Controls group on the Design tab and press the left mouse button once and drag it to the desired position on the form. As soon as you add the Control button, a Combo Box or List Box wizard appears. You can do either of the following. Number 1. Continue with the wizard. In the first screen, you can specify if you want to type in the values or get values from the other table or queries and click on Next. In the next screen, you can select the field you want to store the value in and click on Next. Type the name in the label you wish to give to the control box and click on Finish. The control box will be added to the form. You can define further options for it in the property sheet. Number 2. Press Escape to display an unbound combo or list box. Double-click on the box named as Unbound. The property sheet appears at the right side of the Access window containing the relevant fields associated with the unbound box. Click on the Row Source Type property under the Data tab on the Property Sheet pane and select Value List from the drop-down list. Now type a list of values within double quotes separated by semicolon in the Row Source property. Make sure that the Allow Value List Edits is selected as Yes. To add title to your form, select the Label option in the Controls group on the Design tab. The pointer changes into plus sign with A alphabet. Bring the pointer to the form and drag it to add the title in it. Change the formatting of the title, example, font, size, color, style, etc. using the formatting options in the font group on the Format tab. To set the formatting of the form, change the view to Layout view. To preview your form, click on the View drop-down button in the Views group and select the Form view. When you have finished designing your form, click on the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. The Save As dialog box appears on the screen. Give relevant name to your form and click on the OK button. The new form will be displayed in the Forms pane in the left side of the screen. Students, let me share a tip with you. You can add fields from multiple tables in the same form.